Hi again, Shotzi here. I'm doing another master copy of one of the greatest masters of all time, in my opinion, Rembrandt. This is a self-portrait. You can see I had just primed the canvas with some burnt umber, and now I'm sketching in very loosely, very roughly, the basic figure. Just trying to get a sense of where I'm placing it on the canvas and how things kind of relate to each other. You'll see that I'm very roughly giving some indication where there are eyes, nose, mouth. Now I'm finding the dark values still in a very monochromatic place, just to get a sense of where the darks are and how they kind of relate to each other in terms of position. I now add a little bit of blue with the umber to get even darker value, putting in some background as well, sometimes called negative space. It's just going to kind of help me see the shape. There's a little bit of hair, starting to get some color and some flesh tone. Knowing that upper part of faces tend to be more yellow, middle of the face where there are lots of blood vessels tend to be more red. You can see I've sort of mirrored that. In this particular portrait, which you saw at the beginning, his nose and cheeks were really quite red. So I moved to a slightly smaller brush, still trying to maintain that loose, rough approach. So I say I'm not painting right now his features. I'm painting where I think his features go. And I don't expect that I'm going to have it exactly accurate. That's an ongoing process of estimating and adjusting, estimating and adjusting. The same with the values. See the cast shadow under his nose. Clearly the light is coming from the left side of the painting, his right side. And there's that very famous, often called Rembrandt triangle on the opposite side. He was known to set his lighting up that way just to get that little bit of light of the cheekbone, which is slightly forward. Remember, things that are forward are going to capture light. Things that are away from or behind are going to be darker. Just, again, fine-tuning the hairline. Here I'm going to use the background, even darker, to help me define that, his cheek, ear, and his hair, and ultimately the cap that he is wearing. He often wore this cap in many of his portraits. You can see that I'm moving around a lot from place to place. I don't stay in any one place for very long. I don't want to get too focused on detail and too focused on getting it exactly accurate. That is an ongoing process of fine-tuning different parts of the figure, in this case the portrait, and comparing them to each other and constantly modifying. I'm now at the end of this one. I'm going to have another installment coming up to see the next stage. So thank you, and I hope that you see the second stage.